very warm welcome as we continue our Bad F1 Driver series, and today our focus is Roberto Merhi. Yes, Roberto Merhi, born in Spain, and we're going to talk about him. Best known moment, well, he's had 14 races, 13 starts, because in Melbourne, I believe they wasn't quick enough and they didn't get to the 107% rule, so they couldn't race. Marussia F1 team, his best known moment was probably that huge crash he had with Nicholas Latifi in Formula Renault 3.5, I think it was. Here we go. In round 5 in Austria, Merhi was deemed at fault for a massive collision with Nicholas Latifi, where Merhi slowed down at the finishing line. If you've not seen that, type that into YouTube. It's an interesting watch. Roberto Merhi, Austria. So, Roberto Merhi, born 22nd of March 1991, is a Spanish racing driver who drove in Formula 1 for the Mana Marussia F1 team during the 2015 season. Merhi has also raced in Formula 3.5 for Pons Racing, and he was the champion in Formula 3 Euro Series while driving for a Prima Power team. Yeah, so let's have a look at Roberto Merhi. Spanish, 2015 in F1, Marussia, car number 98, entries 14 but only started 13. First entry 2015 Australia, last entry 2015 Abu Dhabi. I believe he got dropped halfway through the season. Off the top of my head, Rossi came in, but we're going to have a look here now. On 9th of March 2015, the Mana team announced that Merhi would drive alongside Will Stevens. However, Marussia did not compete in Australia due to a technical problem. In Malaysia, Merhi competed in his first Formula 1 race despite problems to Will Stevens' car. Merhi failed to set a lap within the 107% rule in Q1, but the race stewards allowed him to race. Merhi finished 15th, 3 laps down to race winner Sebastian. Merhi's best finish in his Formula 1 career was at Silverstone. We've got a lot of, P12 Silverstone. So let's get further down here because he definitely got dropped. So Merhi, first time he failed to finish a Formula 1 race that he started, but he remained ahead of Stevens in the Drivers' Championship. In Austria, Merhi finished in 14th, 3 laps behind Rosberg. Merhi was dropped in favour of Alexander Rossi for 5 of the last 7 races. And Alexander Rossi came in, replaced him, but Merhi still did Russia and Abu Dhabi. And then he went to Formula E. So he's raced in a lot of categories. Formula Renault, Spanish Formula 3, Renault, Formula Renault, British Formula 3, Formula 3, Euro Series where he was champion, DTM, Stock Car Brazil, Formula Renault 3.5, Formula 1, Formula E. In April 2017 it was announced Merhi would join the series for the 4th season. However, he did not sign with any team, so he didn't actually race in Formula E. And then now this is a weird point. Usually the career path for Formula 1 is Formula F3, F2, Formula 1. Now Roberto Merhi didn't do Formula 2, but he got to Formula 1 and then he did Formula 2, which is very strange. He was filling in for a couple of drivers, and then he actually did a lot of races. Usually you go F2 then F1. Well, Merhi did it like the other way around. Yeah, in 2018 he did a lot of races in F2 for MP Motorsport. And then nowadays he's trying his hand at endurance racing. 2016, 2017, 2019, 20, LMP2. Is he still racing nowadays? Yep, 2021. European Le Mans Series results. So, yeah, still active. I mean, he is only 30 years of age, and he's already had his chance in Formula 1. So, yeah, Roberto Merhi, there we have it. 14 entries, 13 starts. His best result was at Silverstone. I mean, we could literally go through his results, seeing his own. So, Australia, DNF, 15th, Malaysia, 16th, China, Bahrain, 17th, Spain, 18th, Monaco, 16th, retired, Canada, Austria, 14th, Silverstone, 12th, Hungary, 15th, Belgium, 15th, Italy, 16th. Then he got dropped for a couple of races, Russia, 13th, dropped for 3 races, Abu Dhabi. He was in a very poor car, but he got to Formula 1, but yeah, obviously didn't have competitive machinery. Yeah, and his best known moment in motorsport is probably that huge crash at Austria. Comment down below, would love to know your thoughts on the smiling Spaniard. Adios. Any drivers you've got for me, comment as well, because we've actually caught up. Adios.